We live in an America now that has a housing crisis.
We have a housing shortage. We have to address that.
And many Californians are asking themselves if they'll ever be able to be homeowners in the Golden State.
We will not get the economy back on track until we take care of the housing crisis.
The housing crisis is worse in California than anywhere else in the nation. It's pushing dreams of homeownership out of reach for many, leading to soaring homelessness and poverty rates. According to the PPIC statewide survey, Californians see homelessness and housing as the state's most important challenges, which clearly shows that this is a huge problem. So what can the government do about this issue? A lot, actually, ranging from increasing housing supply to establishing new sources of state funding to developing more affordable housing. In the next 20 years, I would like to see California's housing crisis significantly improved.
Although we're the sixth largest economy in the world, we do have challenges in California. There's no doubt about it. The issue of housing and the lack of supply and the demand, which is enormous. We have to make our permitting process much more efficient and streamlined so we can continue to build. We have to build intelligently and smartly by respecting the environment, the air that we breathe, and the water that we drink. We have to really provide affordable housing.
San Diego, where I live, is an amazing city. However, living in a city like San Diego comes at a high cost.
For a two-bedroom apartment is $2,028. In order to afford the rent and utilities without paying more than 30% of an income for housing, a household must earn $6,700 a month or $81,000 a year. Now that would equal a wage of $39 an hour. That's the second highest housing wage in the country. California is just behind Hawaii, who's at $40 an hour. So let's take a closer look at the numbers. Minimum wage, of course, is $15 an hour. An average renter would need to earn $30 per hour.
It doesn't mean you literally have to make $60 an hour to get a place to live. It means that if you don't make that much, you're spending such a large portion of your income on housing that the rest of your financial life is put under tremendous strain.
The average rent price is $3,016 per month, which is a staggeringly high amount to be paying for an apartment. These high prices cause severe homelessness, put a damper on the economy, and cause San Diegans to have to choose between rent and other basic needs. Not only is the price of renting unreasonably high, but the same goes for owning a home.
My parents bought our first home for $18,000. I want people to be able to afford good, safe housing.
Only 34% of San Diego's millennials own a home, compared to the country's 52% average. San Diego is just one of the high-cost cities in California dealing with this issue. People are struggling to own homes statewide. Californians are being locked out of homeownership, and this issue needs to be solved.
And California's housing shortage. The hard truth is for too long we've ignored this problem. We turned away when it wasn't our sister, our brother, our neighbor, or our friend. And when it was a loved one, help so often wasn't there.
Accessible, low-cost housing is vital to the health and prosperity of America's families and communities. When housing is abundant, it is more affordable. Abundant housing provides educational and economic opportunities. It allows families to be part of the communities that they desire.
California's government can address this housing crisis by expanding its affordable housing strategy and incorporating both policies and funding to promote affordable home ownership.
Policies that support abundant, affordable housing are associated with reduced homelessness and better homeless policy outcomes. Inaccessible, high-cost housing is largely a result of existing federal, state, and local policy. Government policies that constrain housing development are particularly detrimental in this regard.
Additionally, consolidating the housing functions which are currently dispersed across 4 main agencies can enhance operational efficiency and streamline processes for developers interested in affordable housing. An innovative way California is trying to help its crisis through the Home Key initiative. Home Key converts underutilized properties such as motels, hotels, and vacant lots and turns them into permanent affordable housing, mainly for people experiencing homelessness. Home Key has already housed more than 8,000 individuals and created more than 6,000 units. Gavin Newsom also signed many bills, including bills that allow denser housing to be built in California. and other bills that streamline the home building process, reduce affordable housing barriers, and hold local governments responsible for building more housing. These are good efforts, but we still have a long way to go to fix this issue. The most important change I'd like to see in the next 20 years is California's housing crisis significantly improved.